May 2026. In the quietest offices on the planet, a group of reserve managers, men and women controlling trillions in assets, are making a move so mundane it might just destroy the old world. They aren't panic selling the dollar. They simply aren't renewing the contract. For the last half-century, we were told that gold was a barbaric relic. A trinket for antique dealers who didn't understand modern finance. But the irony is bitter. The very people who once mocked gold are now forced to use it to patch their own crumbling firewalls. From 1990 to 2020, the world was single-threaded. The US dollar was the base protocol, US treasuries were the zero-risk liquidity. But in 2022, the system suffered a buffer overflow. When SWIFT, the world's largest settlement network, was weaponized, and Russian assets were formatted and frozen, every user on the network received a silent alert: your assets depend on your coordinates. If your coordinates are wrong, your dollars are just a string of characters on a screen, waiting to be deleted. So, they are returning to the laws of physics. Gold has no issuer. It has no political coordinates. It doesn't need to be online. To a financial hacker in 2026, gold isn't an asset, it's the ultimate backup system for when the network goes dark. If you think 39 trillion is just a macro statistic, you haven't grasped the cruelty of this game. In the last 5 months, US debt increased by 1 trillion. This isn't a deficit. This is a system-wide memory leak. As a former developer, I'm telling you, this is an infinite loop. To pay the interest on old debt, you must borrow new debt. The more you borrow, the higher the interest payments climb. In 2026, interest has already consumed the entire defense budget. The Fed is trapped in a prisoner's dilemma: cut rates? Inflation screams through the energy pipelines and burns everyone's wallet. Hold rates? The interest expenses physically crush the treasury. The public is still waiting for a Big Bang collapse. But systems don't end with an explosion, they end with a slow bleed. They call it financial repression. It means letting inflation outrun interest rates, letting your savings evaporate in total silence. It is the ultimate patch used by every dying empire in history to solve its debt. As global central banks realize this loop is unfixable, they accelerate their gold purchases. It's a perfect negative feedback loop: rising debt risk, leading to central banks buying gold, leading to dollar reserves dropping, leading to demand for treasuries drying up, leading to rates being forced higher, and finally, the debt collapse accelerates. Stop asking me if the dollar will collapse. Start asking yourself this: as this old protocol is being physically dismantled, has your wealth found an exit that doesn't require an internet connection?